Coach Christy Curry. We're going to start with the opening statement from Coach and then move to questions for student athletes.
Really a good first and second quarter. Thought our defense really set the tone in the half and the full court. We're able to come out and make some shots, get our transition game going. The third and the fourth leaves much to be desired, and we need to continue to grow and improve. But the good thing about it is, we found a way to sustain and, keep the lead that we had at half. And this team right now, the potential is the biggest room for improvement, and we've just got so much that we can continue to grow with. So I'm thankful to have two halves like that, so we can really use that third and the fourth as teaching moments, because that's all we need. We need minutes and time together in different combinations, and our young kids need game-like minutes. What a great atmosphere for us, and hard to simulate that in practice. So pleased with the win. Against us, Samika Randall, just her teams play like she did at Tennessee. They just play so hard. So I have such great respect for her, and always gives us an opportunity to know we're going to play a hard-working group of kids that we hope have a great season after they leave Tuscaloosa.
We'll start with questions for student athletes. Questions?
Aaliyah, just talk us through what you were seeing early in the game. Obviously, you shot the ball very, very well at the early part of the game to give Alabama a big lead.
To be honest, I felt like I haven't been shooting the ball that well in practice or in the past few exhibition games in the first game. But I told myself to just think of that next play mentality and try to just forget about that and just shoot the ball. And Coach Christy and my teammates, they believe in me, and they just keep telling me to shoot it. So that's what I did.
So in the first quarter, Winthrop only scored 12 points, and going into the second, they only scored 5. Were there any adjustments or changes that you guys made in your play style that kind of mitigated their scoring?
I think when you hit shots, it's easier to play defensively. So I think that we are very relaxed, and we were hitting a lot of shots in the first and second quarter, so that gave us a chance to kind of really zone in on defense. And I think that's where we lacked in the third and fourth quarter in the second half, was just realizing that we weren't hitting our shots as well as we were in the first half. So we kind of got relaxed a little bit on defense when we don't need to do that. But I think it's really just the confidence that we had, and we just wanted to press and really just we've really been focusing on trying to get off to a good start of games, and good starts with defense, and so that's where we started off today.
Sarah, Ashlee, just hearing Coach Curry talk about the two halves and kind of the outputs for the two halves, how will you take her message as one of the leaders of the team and kind of work that forward going through to Morehead State on Sunday?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that these games are preparing us for the bigger picture of getting us ready for the SEC. I think that going into games, there's going to be runs from each team, so it's understanding that when you do get hit, punched in the face a little bit or punched in the gut, whatever, that you got to be able to kind of punch them back, and that's where we're working towards, and just understanding that, we can stay together even if they go on a run, because we're going to hit them right back with a run. So it's really just staying together, having a great coaching staff that believes in us. We believe in them, and we just play together, and we just trust them so much, because what Coach Christy says is exactly the truth. She's going to tell us the truth. She's going to push us to become better every single day, and that's all you can ask for as a player, as a team, and just for her coaching staff as well, is just she expects so much, and I think you would rather have that as a player than someone who is okay with the second half, and she's not okay with that, so I respect that a lot.
Hey, sorry. Aaliyah, I noticed a small interaction with your teammates. If you can just speak on that. I noticed when you got you drew an offensive foul on Winthrop. I was wondering, when your teammates picked you up, I saw you all laughing with one another. I was just wondering if you could just tell us a little bit about that and what that reaction was to getting that foul.
Actually, she pushed off a little bit, but I think I just twisted my ankle and I fell. So that's why I was just laughing, because she asked me what happened, and she told me that I'm frail. Thank you.
Roll Tide.
Questions for Coach Curry? Right here in the middle.
So you guys had a 30-point differential with points in the paint. You guys had 42, and they had 12 the entire game. Was that? Did you guys practice that over the week, or like was that a point of emphasis for you, is to protect the paint at all costs and make the shots harder for them?
Yeah, I think it's, a big key to success on the defensive end, regardless of who you're playing, is, not giving up middle drives, making sure we keep the ball out of the paint and they're shooting over us and not by us. And, the points in the paint by us, the differential was we got by them a lot. We're able to make some good decisions and playing off 2 feet. And then I thought our post play got going late. We were able to get some looks at the rim. So our goal is always to keep the ball out of the paint. I think that is one of the hardest things to do anymore because of the level of athleticism and talent that you see with our game. And, that's the SEC. We've got to keep the ball out of the paint. So what we're trying to do defensively, I think the first and second quarter was exactly who we want to be with that.
Coach, what's going to be your message to Carly? You're the only starter that didn't get on the scoreboard, and just what does she mean to your team? What can she be for this team when she's playing well?
Yeah, she's just really been struggling shooting the ball, and just we have a lot of confidence in her. Nobody spends any time, and just to continue to shoot open shots and let the game come to her. And I think, right now, no one's putting pressure on her, probably more than Carly could, and we're certainly not. We just tell her to keep shooting the ball and stay positive with her. I think she affects the stat sheet in so many ways defensively and with loose balls and hustle plays and rebounding the ball. So it's not all about, shooting the ball with her. She's doing so many other things that are helping our team right now too. So stay positive. She's obviously struggled lately, and she'll get in the gym and continue to work, but she certainly can shoot it, so it'll come back around.
Hey, Coach, you touched on this a little bit last week about the full court press. I noticed in the second half, it seems like you guys put a little bit more emphasis on the full court press. I was just wondering your mindset to establishing that in the second half.
It's a lot easier. We can get them to the 20-21 mark in the starting their half-court offense, and we only have to guard them in the half court. We've got to do something different than we've been in the past. Whether it's a dead ball or free throw or on makes, creating extra positions with our defense. I think it's really hard to guard people completely in the half court anymore. So any extra possessions that we can create with bringing things to three-quarter or full court and trying to change our defense. I think, you look at, Loyal, and you look at Berger, and you look at Carly, and you look at Jessica, and we're a little different team than we were a year ago with our ability to create some turnovers, and so we want to extend it into the full court more this year. How long will we be able to do that? I just think that we're going to be a team that's going to try to do it and try to continue to get better. It's hard to simulate that in practice, so we had some good possessions of it, and we had some possessions where we need to improve and take away the middle more.
Coach, with a quick turnaround point on Sunday, it kind of simulates a little bit of a tournament-style weekend. How will you use the calendar for the next day and a half to kind of simulate that for hopefully what you'll face late in the year?
We've got a great opportunity because we turn around and go to Houston here and play 3 games back-to-back days against tournament teams. And then later on before Christmas, we have back-to-back days like an SEC tournament format. So a lot of this was designed and put into place for a quick turnaround because of what's ahead of us. And I just think it's going to be really important. The one thing that I'm really concerned about with this group is their maturity and their focus. And by putting them in these positions, they're challenged with that. So how do we recover? How do we make sure we're getting plenty of rest tonight and eating correctly? And then tomorrow we'll turn around and practice and prepare. And then are we ready to go on Sunday? So the good thing as a player, I always enjoyed the fact that I much rather play games than practice. And then I also enjoy the ability to have a quick turnaround to continue to improve on what we did, good and bad, tonight. So we're challenging this group. We've got so much potential, but we've got some moments where our focus will fluctuate and our maturity level and decision-making fluctuates. So I think Sunday's going to be a great opportunity for us to try to follow up from tonight and tomorrow's practice and be in that experience. So I'm excited to see how we're going to respond. Thank y'all for coming out. Have a great weekend. I hope soccer's up still. So happy for Coach West, and got to go watch it. And